colaborando hoy con Camila en su canal y vamos a hacer hoy este maquillaje de prom súper rosadito, así que te invito a que después de ver el video de Cami te pases por mi canal para ver este maquillaje. Bye!
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video is a collaboration that I did with Laura Sanchez for prom season. So we're bringing you guys two approaches, two different looks that I hope that you guys enjoy. I'm gonna leave down in the description Laura's direct link for her look. Make sure you go and check it out and show some love. La versión en español está en mi canal de español, pero les dejaré el link directo en la parte de abajo. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first thing that I did was apply my eye base by Smashbox, which I absolutely love. This ones are brand new, so this is in the shade white, and I love that they make the eyeshadows, the colors stand out even more. They have a light, a black, and a white, so I'm using the white. Next, let's move on to the palette. I'm using the Tartelette palette and the shade Natural Beauty right on the crease with my 224 brush by MAC. And this shade is just gonna make our smoky eyes get started because you always want to start with a light shade. Then we're gonna move on to Best Friend, and this is just a slightly bit darker, and this is gonna help us create definition on the outer part of the eye and then bring it up to the crease. Just make it more defined and create more depth. And I don't know if you are noticing, but I'm pushing that shadow up to the tail of the brow because I like to blend it upwards so it gives you that almond shape effect. And then I'm gonna grab the darker shade, which is called Bombshell, and I'm going to apply these very close to the lash line with the same exact brush. And you want to make it as close as possible. You don't want to push it up too much because we're trying to create a smoky eye and kind of like a gradient effect from dark to light. So we're going to use a fluffier brush, and we're going to take the Natural Beauty shadow, which is the lighter shadow, and the slightly darker, which is Best Friend, and these two are going to help us blend the edges of the darker shades. So now let's move on to the black shadow, which is called Fashionista, and this one you really want to make sure there is very close to the lashes. And as you see, I'm using the same brush, the same pencil brush that I used from the beginning, and then I'm using the fluffier brush to blend the edges. And if you want to grab a little bit of the lighter shades to help you blend the shadows, it's gonna make the process a lot better, and it's gonna look a lot better and more blended, no lines. And if you want to touch up a little bit and bring the darkness a little bit more upward, you can, but just make sure you do it gradually. And then as you see, I'm just grabbing that big fluffy brush from MAC and to help me blend the shadows. Right after we're done, we're gonna go ahead and grab the primer from Smashbox, and this is gonna help us clean up the inner corner of the eye up to a little bit of the crease and kind of like create like a half moon cut crease. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but I hope that what I'm doing is making sense to you. So this is gonna help us like clean up and really make it wide in the inner corner and create like a slightly cut crease in like beginning of the eye. Like, I don't even know how to explain this. And then once you do that, I'm just touching up the edges because I'm like so perfectionist sometimes. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of the middle shade, which is like the slightly darker, and I'm going to put it right in the middle with where the cream met the eyeshadow from the outer part to kind of like give it that blended out effect. And then I'm gonna grab the Morphe palette, and I'm gonna use the lighter, brighter shade from the palette. This is the 350 or 350 palette, and I'm going to put it right on the lid and dab it with my finger to just grab better the pigment. And then I'm going to clean up the edges with the E45 brush by Sigma, and I just like to touch up always when I apply an eyeshadow so there is no harsh lines. And then let's move on to the gel liner, and I love to use the Inglot gel liner with a little bit, and I drop a little bit of this oil from Inglot as well to just give it to just bring it back to life because it gets dry pretty quick. But this gel liner is so amazing. It's like the blackest black. It just lasts you the whole day. It's just amazing. It's just very hard to work with because if you mess up, girl, it's so black. So you want to make sure you're really precise with this liner. So it can be hard to use if you're not, like, if you don't know what you're doing, and if you're just starting, I would recommend something easier to use. Then I'm gonna move on to the lashes, and I'm using Farah from HudaBeauty, which are absolutely gorgeous. They give you that almond shape effect and elongated eye. And then I'm just applying Best Friend with Natural Beauty together right on my bottom lash line, and then I am going to apply the black pencil by Smashbox, which is amazing, it's super black, to my upper and lower waterline. And then I'm grabbing the Stila Metallic Glitter Eyeshadow. They are so gorgeous. I can't remember the name on top of my head, but I'll put it down below, all the names of all the products too, so you guys know exactly what I'm using. And now I'm just dabbing it with my finger to just make sure it's just blended on the eye. And then I'm grabbing, let's move on to the face, and I'm using the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte. I'm just applying it like underneath my eyes, forehead, down the bridge of my nose, chin, and right on the sides of my face. And then I'm going to start contouring, cream contour with the Hoola Bronzer Stick Contour Stick by Benefit, and I'm just contouring my face. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender all around to just make sure it's just nice and blended, no harsh lines. So you want to take your time. And then once you're done blending, what you want to do is set. So I like to use the Shiseido translucent powder right underneath my eyes. It's one of my favorites because it doesn't give you the flashback. It's translucent, so it doesn't have any color, and it doesn't change the color of the concealer. So yeah, it's perfect. Now let's move on to the Kat Von D Highlight and Contour Palette, and I'm using the contour shade to set the bronzer and also accentuate it just a little bit more because I just wanted to be extra, especially for prom. And then I'm just taking away the loose powder with this big fluffy brush from Morphe, and then I am doing my bottom lashes with the Lash Camera Lashes Mascara from Tarte. And then once you do that, of course, because you don't want to miss your bottom lashes, you want to move on to the highlight. And I'm using the 3D highlighter palette from Huda Beauty. And first I am using the rosy tone to give me a little bit of blush. And then I'm using the highlighter shade, the more whiter shade, right on the cheekbones to just give me that pop, extra highlight and just glowing touch all over. And then I am going to, take a break and have some Starbucks. And then let's move on to the lips. So I'm using the Balm lip liner. The name wore off, but I'll put the names down below. And then I am going to use the Baby Lips kind of like cream for the lips. And at the beginning I thought it was real pink, so what I did is I grabbed my finger and I just like gave me a touch of pink tone to my lips. So I just dab it on, and then because my lips were dry, I added the Lip Quench Rescue by Tarte in the shade Clear, and it is clear, so it didn't affect the color underneath, just clear. I added like the glossy touch to it, but they're not glossy. Don't get them mixed up. They're hydrating, so it has like that minty feel to it. They're amazing. Then let's move on to setting up my makeup with this amazing OMGLOW spray. I'm obsessed with them. They give you the most gorgeous glow and they're amazing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial because we have come to an end. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, comment below your thoughts, and also don't forget to go to Laura's page and check out her look because it looked gorgeous. Also, if you're new to my page, thank you so much for your support. There are more videos coming up, more vlogs, and I see you guys on my next video. Bye!